welcome to Eden Stadium in Athens, Ohio. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ohio Bobcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon's offense to go on the attack first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles.
Makes a grab and room to run. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have to start doing something different, whether it's double teams, whatever they're looking to try to accomplish? So far, it's not a surprise. The offense won. Now, defensively, what's going to be my answer? Because I can't let that guy beat me for a full football game.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the pocket, it's Cherry. Working the middle, it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, Ducks! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Ohio Bobcats offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, He's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Rides to the back. Got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. The Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're working that left side.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Burrowing for yardage. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hart. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. Made a defender miss. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Out of the gun. The running back has it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance?
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Follows his blocks. It's Kane. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Ducks will have it first and 10. Through the air, it's Cherry. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gets rid of it.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's some daylight, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Out wide left, it's Morgan. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Bobcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throws it off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to pass. Turns it upfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Bobcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Play action on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Cuts it upfield. It's Kane. He's past the sticks. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Dropping back, it's Cherry. Rush right in his face. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. He's loose down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking for a man. It's Cherry. Finds his target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open.
Looking for a huge play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow.
Going for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with a look at Missouri in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Missouri, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game in Athens.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Hart. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tells to fake. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are
going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw. It's Cherry. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the return. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it. He'll toss it. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll run this play from the pistol. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back. The 50. He's inside the 40.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Ready, go. The running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gonna run it. It's Kane. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Right side, it's Coleman Williams. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Ducks will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chalking out there.
The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Left side is Hart. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy for this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that first down and help keep this drive alive.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Makes a connection. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Bobcats have this offense rolling. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up on.
That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the 1st down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up 4th.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Running it to the right. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Making the adjustment. Moves the pocket. It's Cherry. Out wide left, it's Williams. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And they'll stop him right there on the return. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on fourth. Going for the big play. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Makes the grab. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Looking for a crease. It's Hart. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Handoff again. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets it away from his end zone, and a very good kick here. Trying to get started. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles.
Touchdown Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Wants to throw one first. Oh, pressure's coming. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Still looking. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Going to the running game. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Offense gets set for second down. Might as well run him again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Kane. Could be an out, and into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Trying to pound it in. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative